So, are you ready to become a podcaster on podcast? Download the Anchor app. It's the easiest way to do podcasting and it's also free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's easy. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Good morning, my wonderful and beautiful kings and queens. How are y'all doing? I pray that each of you are having a blessed and safe day. All is well with you. Everything is going great. And even if it's not, you understand my voice, guess what? You have made it to a brand new day. Even at night, wherever you are in the world, you have made it. And that right there is a blessing and miracle within itself. If this is your first time tuning into my podcast, my name is Candace E. Brown. I'm a certified life coach. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm also an author as well as a YouTuber. I am also CEO and owner of Sister Coaching. And what I do self-love and self-confidence for women, do mindset coaching for women, helping them take their mindsets from rags to riches. So I need for all my wonderful and beautiful ladies out there that's under the sound of my voice to fix your crowns, okay? They can be cracked, they can be busted to pieces, they can be just to the side, a little crooked, but you have the power to fix your crown. And there are some of you, I don't know what y'all waiting on, but there are some of you that haven't even picked up your crown. Sis, I need for you to bend down, pick up that crown, and walk like the fearless, bold queen that you were born to be. All right. So in today's episode, I'm kind of like on the self-love and the self-healing. Y'all, excuse me. I'm on the self-love and self-healing journey, and I didn't know why the Lord had me to go this way, but now I can understand. And I just want to come in here and talk to y'all a little bit and let y'all know that something I want y'all to start doing, because kind of going with some things right now as far as family and stuff, and I've lost my sister on my dad's side. I'm willing to share with y'all. She's a very, very beautiful woman, very, very sweet lady. We wasn't close, but we were close enough. We loved each other, and I respected her, and the Lord had to show me some things, and I was like, Lord, it's just, let me tell y'all something. We got to get in purpose, because purpose is the only thing that's going to keep you. Purpose is the only thing that's going to keep you going. It's the only thing that's going to keep you focused. Is you got to stay the course. You got to get into purpose, y'all. Because I'm going to tell you something. This right here is new to me, losing a sibling. I've never lost a sibling. I've lost a mother. I've lost a grandmother. I lost an auntie. I lost aunties. But I have never lost a sister or a brother. And this will be the first time that I'm having to go and bury my sister. And it hurts a little bit, because sometimes, we'll sit there and think that I wish I should have did this and I should have did that. But listen, there is nothing you can do but live for tomorrow. Yesterday is gone, the past is gone. And we tend to want to go back there and get back in the past and say what I could have did. But let me tell you something. God does everything for a reason. And we have to fully trust Him. Okay? We must fully trust Him. Because we never know what that person consulted God about. We don't know the conversations they had with God. We do not know. And to be honest, I don't want to know what her and God was talking about, because it's none of my business. It's none of my business, because when I go and talk to God, it's between me and God. Okay? And you need to be the same way. I'm not trying to sit here and reason it out. I'm not trying to sit here and figure it out, because I'm going to tell you, sitting up there trying to figure out why this happened and why that happened, it caused depression. It causes pain, it causes hurt, and we tend to go the other way because, when I lost my mother, that's what happened with me. I wanted to know why she left me. I wanted to know, I was young. I just had my son. Who's going to help me with my son now? Because my mother was a huge help to me. Who am I going to talk to late at night? Who am I going to talk to early in the morning? Because me and my mom was still on the phone for hours, y'all. We had just that relationship. We was just like, it's like she was my best friend. She was my sister. And I'm like, now who am I going to talk to like this about everything? And I hid nothing from my mom, y'all. We talked about everything. We talked about men. We talked about relationships. We talked about everything, man. We talked about everything. We talked about everything. And when she left me, it was like a hole was tore out of my chest. It was like part of me just died. And part of me did die. That day that my mama left me, my spirit man left me. And I put my spirit man in that box, in that coffin with my mama. Because at that point, I just didn't care anymore. And at that time, nobody had really lost their mom. Everybody still had their mom. So I had periods of where I was mad and a little angry. A little envy of people that had their mother because I didn't have mine. I cried all the time. Told people, y'all don't understand. Y'all still got y'all mama. Y'all just don't get it. Just all kind of stuff, not knowing that, we're all here temporarily, y'all. We are all here temporarily. And we got to all do the same thing that my mama did. Do the same thing that my grandmothers did. Do the same thing that my aunts did. Do the same thing that my sister did. We all got to die. I made a comparison last night. And I said, you know what, God? The one thing that the poor man, the middle class man, and the rich man have in common is we all got to die. We all got to leave here. So how can one be better than the other when we all have to die? We all gonna die one day. We just don't know when. We don't know the hour. But we all have to leave here. And the sun is gonna go down, meaning we gonna leave. And when I thought about that, and I said, how can people say that they better than this one and say that they better than that one when we all gotta leave here one day? It was just something that I just found interesting. I was thinking, I have talks with God all the time, y'all. And I said, God, that's what we have to do. We all gotta leave here one day. So nobody is better than the other. You say exactly. So I say that to say this. Don't look down even on your family, okay? You might have came from a rough family and they might have been this and that, but I'm going to tell you something. What you should do, reach out to your family every now and then. Even if they don't respond back, just reach out and tell them that you love them. Because you never know, one day they might leave here. You never know, one day you might leave here. You may not be able to tell your family that you love them, okay? So I just encourage everybody to tell your loved ones, the ones that's here, that you love them and that you're praying for them. And even if you're not praying, begin to pray. You may not know how to pray. Just ask God to lead you and guide you. But I was in that state of with my mother that people didn't understand. And I dealt with that for a long time, and I turned to the wrong things, trying to fill an empty void. And it never got filled. Never. I just went deeper and deeper into a ditch that I just could not climb out of until one day, as I tell y'all, God got a hold of me and He told me, if you don't get yourself together, I done let you do this long enough. I'm going to remove my hand and that's it for you. And it was like something, if I hadn't did nothing, it was just, I don't know how to explain it, but a feeling came over me, if I don't change my life, I'm going to die. And I'm going to die very soon. It's like a sense of death was right around the corner. I could sense that death was right there, ready to get me if I didn't change my ways. And people were like, well, how can you? But you can sense death. I'm telling you, you can. Because I did. I said, if I don't change, I'm going to die. And surely I was. I don't, all I know is I felt like I was not going to be here long. Like I was finna get ready to die. I really was. And I was 35 years old. That's been 2 years ago. I'm 37. I'm still going. Still standing. Okay? And if there's somebody out there that's dealing with the same pain and the same hurt, you've lost a loved one, especially during the pandemic. We've lost a lot of loved ones, but I want to tell y'all, I came to encourage y'all today to tell the ones that are still here that you love them, that you care about them, and that you're praying for them. And y'all may not have a close relationship. That's okay. If all possible, get a relationship with them. Now, I'm going to tell you how you have to love them. You love them. You love them, but you don't agree with their sin. You hate their sin because it's how God is with us. He loves us, but he hates the sin because no sin can glorify his eyesight. So don't chastise them if they are doing this and doing that. Don't talk about, oh, you need to quit doing this and quit doing that, because let me tell you something, none of us is perfect. And none of us is perfect. But what you can do is overshadow them with love and care. And tell them that God loves you and you love them. Because God is going to deal with them in their sin, in their brokenness, or whatever they're going through. God is going to deal with them. It ain't your job to deal with all of that. And as I told y'all, I think I did a podcast of a video. Sometimes we take on unauthorized projects. Unauthorized projects, meaning you try to change a person. Let me tell y'all something. We do not have the power to change nobody. We don't have the power to change nobody. That's witchcraft, okay? As Coach Rico say, that's witchcraft. It's not your job to change somebody. You can't change nobody, okay? It ain't your job to change them. All you got to do is love them and pray for them. If they out there doing whatever, don't judge them. Just tell them that you love them, that I'm praying for you, okay? Be there for them if you can. They want to talk to them. And even if they go back out there and do it, anyway, love them, because God do us like this all the time. Even though we'll go to God for a few minutes, we'll use him. As the time we get the blessing, we stir away from God. I know that's what I used to do. And I'll be right back out there in the world. And then time I get in trouble again, I run to God. Now that's one thing I did do. I knew who to run to. I ran to the source. I just didn't stay plugged into the source. But now I stay plugged into him. Because I know it ain't nothing out there for me anymore. And I can't go back out there. If I go back out there, I'm not going to make it. So, and y'all, I'm not bashing anybody on this podcast. I'm not, because I'm not perfect. I'm having to learn this too. Okay? I'm having to learn stuff all the way back over again, because when you renew your mind, you forget about everything. You have to throw everything in the trash. You have to start from clean slate. So this right here, I never knew how to really express, because I've always been one of those women that wants to judge and point out this and point out that without getting the own mote out of my own eye. I can't pull the mote out of your eye if I ain't pulled the mote out of my eye. So I'm still working on me. Okay, so I'm having to learn this too, because like I said, I had to forget everything. So this right here is new to me. It may be new to you. You may be already doing it. And if you're already doing it, that's perfect. That's great. Continue to do what you're doing. But I urge you to just check on your family members and just tell them that you love them and that you're there for them. If they need to talk or anything, or if y'all want to go out to lunch or just something simple. Doesn't have to be nothing extravagant. Just being there for them. And that's all you can do, and just pray for them. Okay, and I'm praying for y'all, everybody that's under the sound of my voice. My prayers are with you, because I know. But I'm going to tell you something. Dr. Miles Monroe blessed me with a word. I told y'all I love him. That's my uncle. He blessed me with a word, and he said, your faith is only as strong as you can withstand the storm. That's how strong your faith is. If you can withstand the storms in life, that's how strong your faith is. That's how strong you are. So at this time, this is the storm that I'm walking through, and My faith is in God that He's going to carry me through. My faith is in God that He's going to carry my family through. And we don't understand this and that, but let me tell you something. It ain't for me to understand. It ain't for me to try to reason with. It ain't for me to do this and try to figure out that. I'm just leaving it in the hands of God and just praying for her kids. And that I know how they feel. And I just want them, it's just time for all our minds to just be renewed. Because I'm telling you, this is the only way that I know. And I told God this morning, I said, Lord, the only thing that I could tell them is they got to get a relationship with you. And their mindset got to be renewed. I said, God, that's all I know. I don't know nothing else. I can hug them. I can tell them that I love them. And I said, but I know love is an action word. And I will continue to pray for them and do what I can for them. I said, but Lord, I know at the end of the day, it's their decision. It's everyone's decision how they want to take this. I just pray that they do it the right way. And y'all, that's all we can do. That's all we can do is pray that they get the relationship with God, get the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, eat His word every day. And that's how you get through this. This is how you get through that hurt, that pain, and brokenness. Is letting God come in and do what He do. Because I promise you, He will fill every empty void that you done ever dealt with. If you feeling empty on this morning, Lord, I touch and agree with them. Everybody that's under the sound of my voice, in the mighty name of Jesus, that Father, you fill those empty voids in their lives. God, they need you this morning. They're hurting this morning. They're broken this morning. Somebody done disappointed them, God. Even it could have been today or it could have been yesterday, God. It could have been in their past. But Father, I ask you that you just fill every empty void that's under the sound of my voice this morning. Let them get a relationship with you. Let them know that you are the way. You the only way. You the way, God. This is the only thing that I know how to tell y'all, that God is the way. There is no other way that I know. That's the only way that I can tell you and I can teach you on. But Lord, just let every person, just let their broken hearts and their minds and their spirits be mended back together. Because let me tell you something, God is a God of wholeness. He is a God that can mend you back together. He can make you brand new like you ain't even never been touched. He's the manufacturer. He is the source, and you must stay plugged in. And you got to stay plugged in into the source. You cannot leave the source for no reason at all, because you're going to be able to tell when you leave the source. You're going to begin to go back down. You're going to begin to feel drained. You're going to begin to feel broken, unhappy. You're gonna know automatically when you're not plugged up to the source. So please, I urge y'all to get plugged into the source, and the source is God. The source is God. But I love you guys so much. Y'all have a blessed and safe, wonderful day. This has been Candace C. Bryan, your certified life coach and motivational speaker. I'll check in with you guys next time.